Guys, welcome back to Click Academics. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to solve this exponential equation. So we have x to the power of 4 minus 9 equals 0. So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to change x to the power of 4 to x squared to the power of 2. Because remember, an important property of exponents is that we have a to the power of m to the power of n. This is also equal to a to the power of m times n. So what I'm doing is I'm simply reversing this. I'm converting it back to its original form. So x squared to the power of 2 minus, I'm going to change 9 to 3 squared. And this is still equal to 0. Now, an important equation or expression that we have is a squared minus b squared. And a squared minus b squared, if you guys already didn't know, is equal to a plus b times a minus b. So a squared minus b squared can be written as a plus b times a minus b. So as you can see right here, what I've done is I've changed this equation to match it up with a squared minus b squared. A in this case, a is equal to x squared. And b is equal to 3. So we have x squared to the power of 2 minus 3 squared. And this is also equal to a squared minus b squared. So all we have to do is plug in a and b into our expression here, a plus b times a minus b. So a is x squared, so we have x squared plus b is 3 times x squared minus 3. So now this equals 0. And now this gives us two equations. We have x squared plus 3 equals 0 and x squared minus 3 equals 0. So for x squared plus 3 equals 0, we solve this right here, we're going to subtract 3 on both sides. So if we subtract 3 on both sides, we get x squared is equal to negative 3. Now, if we take the square root on both sides, we get x equals positive or negative square root of 3i. So this is actually two solutions because we have positive and negative. Now for x squared minus 3 equals 0, we're going to add 3 on both sides. So we get x squared equals 3. Now if we take the square root on both sides, we get x equals positive or negative 3. So now our four solutions are x equals square root of 3i, x equals negative square root of 3i, x equals square root of 3, and sorry, forgot to put that over here, and x equals negative square root of 3. So these four are our solutions. Guys, welcome back to Click Academics. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to solve this exponential equation. So we have x to the power of x to the power of 4 equals 64. So now what I'm first going to do is I'm going to take the power of 4 on both sides. So now we have x to the power of x to the power of 4 to the power of 4 is equal to 64 to the power of 4. So now if I have something in the form a to the power of m to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m times n, right? And a to the power of m times n is also equal to a to the power of n times m. Meaning I could rewrite this as a to the power of n to the power of m. So right here, as you see, we have x to the power of x plus 4 to the power of 4. Think of x to the power of 4 as m and 4 as n. I could actually switch the places of these two, meaning I could rewrite this as x to the power of 4 to the power of x to the power of 4. And this is equal to, now I'm going to rewrite 64 as 8 squared. So now we have 8 squared to the power of 4. Now remember, if we have something in the form a to the power of m to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m times n, meaning a to the power of 2 to the power of 4. This is equal to 8 to the power of 2 times 4, which is 8 to the power of 8. So if we have something in the form a to the power of a is equal to b to the power of b, and then this also means that a is equal to b. And as you can see right here, we have x to the power of 4 to the power of x to the power of 4 equals 8 to the power of 8. This means that x to the power of 4 is equal to 8. So now to cancel this power out, I'm actually going to take the root of 4 on both sides. So now these two cancel out, and I'm left with x is equal to positive or negative square root of, sorry, not square root, root 4 of 8. And this can also be written as 8 to the power of 1/4. And this can also be written as 2 to the power of 3 to the power of 1/4. And remember, we multiply m with n, so this is equal to 2 to the power of 3/4. So this is our answer.